gonna get into eugenics so people can understand the background of eugenics, and that the fact of these people who are futurists are into like bioengineering, genetically engineering. They have an idea of a future that they want to create. And that's pretty much what this whole channel is about. It is about the future that these futurists like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are trying to create. And a lot of people aren't aware of that. So that's what I talk about on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. So what is up? What is up, y'all? Welcome to the
Digital world overload.
let me tell y'all, it is an overload of technology around us. All right. So make sure you subscribe today if you into the advancements of technology and the future of technology and where you stand in technology and the future. Okay. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video. First of all, I want to talk about cloning. All right. It's been a lot of talk about cloning. People talking about Jamie Foxx has come back as a clone now. They said that Katy Perry, when she had that eye glitching moment at a concert, remember her eye was doing some craziness. They said she was a clone. Then you got Tom McDonald, who came out with that song called Cloned Rappers.
The Illuminati knows the answers, taking bone samples to clone rappers.
There's been a lot of talk about these clones, okay? My thing is, a lot of people don't know whether it's real or if it's not real, okay? Is it just some science fiction, made up stuff that is just on social media? But it's not. Cloning is real. Cloning is real. And it has been going on for a very, very long time. I'm talking about for a very long time. And we have to give an applause to Dolly the Sheep, because Dolly the Sheep paved the way for all the other cloned livestock that you see out here on these farms, okay? So Dolly the Sheep was a clone. 1996, she was created in a lab, okay? And it took a whole year for the institution who was doing the research to even put it out there in the media because of, people thoughts on cloning. They thought it was unethical, the morals behind cloning mammals and all of that. So it was a lot of backlash when it came to Dolly. Okay. But Dolly is a fact. Dolly is a fact. Dolly is something that we can actually say, yes, Dolly was a clone. Okay. Dolly was a part of the Roslin Institute's research program, and they were trying to produce genetically modified farm animals or livestock. So they wanted to know if they could genetically modify and clone farm animals, the ones you see right now on these farms. So basically, y'all, the researchers' whole thing was they wanted to introduce new genes. They wanted to input new genes into these farm animals, into these livestock, so they could display a new trait which can be passed on to their offsprings, which kind of sort of sounds like eugenics. And I'm gonna be talking about eugenics in my next video, so make sure you don't miss that video because that video is very, very important. Okay, for you to really understand genetically engineering, genes, and what's going on behind this obsession with people's genes, you have to understand eugenics and where it all started. But they wanted to literally introduce new genes and put it into these livestocks so they could have new traits, basically be a better animal. They're trying to create better animals. What they wanted to do is, in order to create new traits and pass it on to offsprings, why not clone the animal? That way, every single offspring has these traits that make the animals better. Right. So going back to Dolly was created in the lab, all right, in Edinburgh, at the Edinburgh University in 1996. And she was actually cloned from an adult sheep. So it was scientists' hopes that the research of Dolly would improve genetics. So Dolly started getting all this attention. Everybody was like, okay, is this right? They start questioning the morality of cloning. And, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter because at the end of the day, they decided to let Dolly mate and Dolly produce offsprings. So the traits that they input into Dolly, whatever type of genetic or genes they input into Dolly, she had offsprings who had that same trait that Dolly had. The sheeps that you see right now in these farms again are sheeps that could allegedly maybe clones of Dolly. I don't know, are clones of other animals, because Dolly was just the beginning. Dolly was like the Eve of cloning when it came to mammals. Okay. They cloned other, animals, many of the sheep besides Dolly. She was just the Eve of it all. But so she had her offsprings, but Dolly, she didn't live too long. She maybe lived to about 6 years old, maybe 6 or 7. And usually sheeps live between 10 to 12 years on average. Some can live longer, but Dolly she only could stand to live on this earth for about 6 years. She was overweight. She had arthritis. They said she started growing tumors. So she had a lot of health issues, and she was euthanized in 2003 because of all those health issues. But again, they were able to have her produce offspring. So Dolly right now is stuffed in a museum, y'all. She is stuffed in the museum right to this very day, 2023. Okay. I did this video. What is today? It's July 31st, 2023. And Dolly is at the museum stuffed so people could see her, because she was a celebrity. She was a movie star. Okay. She was the Eve of cloning. Now, again, we can all just sit here and talk about cloning, who was cloned, and if they were cloned, and allegedly you heard, but for a fact, cloning is real. And for a fact, Dolly was a clone. And for a fact, Dolly had offsprings. And for a fact, Dolly's offsprings had offsprings. So there's a lot of clones as far as when it comes to farm animals or livestock that are out here that are created from clones. And just so you know, Dolly had one baby named Bonnie that was born in the spring of 1998. Dolly then had twins, Sally and Rosie. So she had one baby, then she had two, and then the next year after the twins, Sally and Rosie, she had triplets, Lucy, Darcy, and Cotton. So she had one baby, then she had two babies, and then she had 3 sheeps. 1, 2, 3. All from cloned Dolly. So it's real, y'all. All right. So it's not science fiction. It's real. So that's it, y'all. I just wanted to do a quick video on Dolly the sheep. Okay. To let people know that cloning is real. All right. And we could talk about everybody that we assume that may be cloned, or all these celebrities that people are saying cloned, all these rappers and they say are cloned. So many rappers, okay, that people say that are cloned. They go to jail, they come out, they think they cloned. They like, this is not the same person. That ain't the same Gucci Mane. That ain't the same Gucci Mane. Okay. And if you want to go see Dolly, the first cloned mammal ever to be created from an adult cell, literally took a cell. Y'all really think about this. Took a piece of your cell, a little piece of you, just a little piece, and created a whole nother you. A whole nother you. That's deep. But if you want to go see Dolly, Dolly is stuffed again at the National Museum of Scotland. All right. And then you can get all the information about her, why they decided to clone the sheep. Again, I went into how they were focusing on introducing new genes into livestock so they could create better animals. And before we end this video, I'm going to do a did you know? Did you know that Dolly was named after the country western singer Dolly Parton? Why was Dolly named after Dolly Parton? Makes you think, huh? I'm not even about to start no rumors or nothing, but I'm just saying that makes you think. Why was Dolly the cloned sheep named after a western singer all the way in the United States of America? Dolly ass was born in Europe, okay, in a lab at the Edinburgh University. What did Dolly Parton have to do with them naming Dolly But that's it, y'all. Make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, get ready for a digital world overload. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.